like to call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. September 6th. I'll ask for public comment. Not seeing any here or online. Did the commissioners have a chance? First, we have two sets of minutes today. So the first one is for our regular meeting from last week.
I move to approve as presented.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And the second set of minutes is for the short special meeting we had on the 2nd. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Okay, 8.1, Sherry Becker did not get the bill that she was anticipating, so there is no PO today. Next would be Road and Bridge. Kim?
Okay. So first I had the PO for Norfolk Contracting for $236,585, sorry, $236,585. And that was for the Inverset Bridge E5 14.3.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
We probably should have some discussion. I mean, but,
Okay,
you know,
it's-
it's a way up expenditure.
This bridge is also we have put on there, it's we put a timeline on it. It shouldn't take more than 45 days, which is 60 days far outside the estimate. So we are watching our time and on these bridges, make sure that we get them in and this least amount of disruption to the flow of traffic as possible.
And that the bid includes the contractor to do the excavation, the removal, and the erection of the new structure.
Yes. Anything else?
I think we probably.
Okay. All in favor, say.
No. The E5 14.3, I think was our. Are you sure this is 15.3? Do I have these back mixed up?
E5 14.3.
14.3.
Because I think E5 14.3 was our off-system bridge. Like 5 years ago. So there are two bridges that are pretty close to one another.
Everything on here is E5 14.3. That's on Norfolk's contract.
That's been on everything.
Yeah. I have an E5 14.3 on everything.
I do too on the copies that I have.
I do too, even from the ones the end of August that we went over on the 30th. It's all the same.
Yeah, everything is E5 14.3.
Just for the public, maybe you might tell us road that where that number is located.
Just a second, I just want to verify that I don't have that different ones in big notes. Yeah, I have E5 14.3 on everything, and that's between Hamilton and Haskell on 242nd, I believe.
Does that little map have them on?
Yeah, it showed, well, you have circled 14.3.
Right, that came from. The off-system bridge application. On the. Wallingford's and Jasudas were the people we got right from.
That would be correct for this, for that area.
So that's,
Okay,
I'm not sure that that's correct, and I'm also not saying that it's not.
so real quick on Friday, August 26th, we received 2 estimates from Norfolk Contracting, one for a steel beam bridge with concrete deck and one for the Inverset Bridge. And location for the bridge is the same. So yes, we might have the same number on both. Yeah, let me just,
This bridge, but where's it located between what and what? Because one of them's between Jewel and Haskell, and the other's between Haskell and Hamilton.
Well, I was thinking between Haskell and Hamilton because I've been thinking of 2514.3.
Is this time sensitive? Do we need to do this today? Or do we want to
Oh, this is the one that we put off from last week.
Yeah.
I just want to show you this, that one, and then the Inverset.
2514.3. So they're all the same bridge number, but that's because we have 2 different types. This is the steel beam and this is the Inverset. So
Okay.
there were 2 different types, but it was all the same bridge number.
Okay, well, that's
That's
all,
what I
yeah,
was
the bridge number
Hold
has
on.
been the same
Hello,
since the beginning.
between Haskell and Hamilton? Yeah. Yeah, it's E514.3. Okay. Pat was thinking there was an off-system bridge by Wallingford's.
15.3.
So we applied for that and didn't get the funding before? Okay, that's what it was. Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. Bye. That one was on the bridge bond and it ended up, there wasn't the funding for it, so it got pushed back. So it is the same bridge number. It just did not get completed before. This is the one that CFS had done all the engineering for.
Yes,
So that's why we applied for this one. We already had the engineering. We didn't have to do anything different with that. So that is correct. It's E514.3.
I'll throw mine away. So it doesn't get confused. Sorry.
okay.
Thank you.
Well, thanks everybody for keeping us on our toes and making sure that we do this right. So I believe it was moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0.
Okay, the lease agreement with Heritage Tractor. So I talked to Brian after lunch. We looked over the contract with Pat. He looked it over, made some suggestions. Brian called John Deere to get the contract modified to fit us. And he was then told that the contract is between Heritage Tractor and KDOT. So we don't actually have to do anything with that contract. That is between those 2 entities. What they need from us is this letter of intent saying that we want to rent the equipment. So I have the letter of intent and the purchase order, just stating that we want to lease that equipment.
And you might want to do a quick once over.
And I literally just finished this upstairs with Mark. That's why I didn't get to give anyone a copy.
Thanks for getting that sorted out.
And what we're discussing is a 12-month lease for a John Deere 6155M tractor in an amount of $7,252. We hadn't leased these before. We're just trying something new, looking into it. New machinery for compared to buying, and it looks like it's a much better deal.
Yeah, well, that makes more sense than
The contract.
using Yeah, the contract is presented, so.
Do I hear a motion to approve signing the letter of intent to lease the tractor? John Deere tractor at a rate of $20.72 per hour and guaranteed at 350 hours.
And this is a local supplier.
Heritage Tractor.
Heritage, yes.
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0.
Okay, and then the last thing I had was just two small changes to the right-of-way permit application and the road policy. On the right-of-way application, on page 3, we're changing where it says, it's letter M, all asphalt roads and rural secondary routes is crossed out. We're changing that to just roads. So it will read, all roads will require road bores and utility encasement. And then on the road policy, on the specification page for entrances and culverts, we added number 8, boring. In the event that a utility wants to cross a county road, boring and utility encasement will be required. Please see Atchison County right-of-way permit for further information and application.
I move with these changes.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the changes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0.
That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Kenny.
Thank you, guys.
Next, county clerk's office approval of disposal of record. The Board of County Commissioners of Atchison County do hereby order Michelle Phillips, county clerk, as per K.A.R. 53-2-122. Amendments thereto to dispose of records. In witness, we have here set our hands to this 6th day of September 2022. These are election ballots and documents from the 2020 general election as allowed by K.A.R. 53-2-122. Do I hear a motion to allow?
So
Second, I hear, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
and Michelle drafted this for me.
Yes. Thank you. Next, we have an item to approve Kathy Crockett as the interim community corrections director. Shelley's last day is tomorrow, I believe. And it was recommended that to us that Kathy Crockett be the interim. So do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved.
I have a discussion for you.
Okay, been moved and seconded. More discussion?
Well, I'm on that board and I will tell you that there was a vote among all the members of the board, mostly by email, but it was unanimous and everybody. I think Kathy would do a great job. And chances are, if she would have applied for the job, she might have got hired, but she only doesn't want the job. So she'll be a great asset to the Atchison County.
Excellent. Any other things? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. She is approved. Okay. Back on the, I've got the PO for the John Deere tractor. Did we not? We voted on it, didn't we? Just. Guess we didn't sign the PO. Papers. Okay, next I have approve the 2023 budget for publication. We tweaked it this morning for some final late arriving information on healthcare. And we need to get this approved for publication, and the R&R hearing and budget hearing will be scheduled for September 20th. Do I hear a motion to approve for publication?
I'll move to the publication.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Do we have any discussion?
Well, I think the mill levy, if I'm right here reading this document, is 550.7. It was 52.5 last year, but it still does generate about $400,000 more in revenue.
I've got a little different figure.
So do I.
The current one would be 51.999.
I'm sorry, I'm reading it from the. I'm sorry. I'm reading it from the top line, you read from the bottom line. Which would 51, so it'd be 52 versus basically 55 last year. So almost 3 mils less than the previous year. And it does generate more revenue.
Yeah, I mean, I hate any time that we are required to raise more funds than the year before, but everyone that has seen what labor, every cost of doing business is, it's almost impossible to hold the line when inflation is what it is. Do I hear anything?
I mean, I would just say, I think where we were before getting our proposed health insurance increase predictions, and then at the 51.999, we went down 2.771 mils. But the revenue neutral, just really understanding that it's based on the estimated valuations and the current revenues, but doesn't take into consideration the inflation or additional expenditures. So it's a little frustrating, but I feel positive that we went down almost 3, from year over year. And I think we've identified, now having a financial director on board, identified other areas that, we can continue to do more with less and be in the best interest of the taxpayers. And although everybody would love to say that we're not going over revenue neutral rate,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we are, but I think I would be open to any, questions or to defend our stance that we are making good decisions on behalf of everyone in Atchison County. So,
Sure, if anybody's had a question, don't be hesitant
Yeah.
to call me. And we're gonna have a public hearing on the 20th,
yes,
so
yeah.
Yes,
to be able to attend either by Zoom or by.
but I welcome questions ahead of time, because when it's difficult on the day you need to approve it, to sometimes get, especially if you get many questions, so.
I know the word transparency is overused, and I want to use transparent as we can.
Absolutely. With that, I guess we've already had motions, so all in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. Okay,
Now, I know she's publishing this this Saturday in the Globe, but it'll also be available online on our website.
I can ask her to do that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure where.
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you. Is there any other new business, old business? County councilor updates.
I don't have anything today.
Okay. Any need for executive session? Additional public comment? And then here, not seeing any online. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I moved to adjourn at 1:20 p.m.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.